Hello everyone, and welcome to our discussion and celebration of Breastfeeding Awareness Month, which falls in August of every year, with 2023's empowering theme being Let's Make Breastfeeding and Work, Work. Today we delve into an essential aspect of women's lives, exploring the correlation between pregnancy, work, maternity leave, and the challenges faced by breastfeeding mothers in the workplace. For working women, the journey of motherhood can be both fulfilling and demanding. Balancing the responsibilities of a job while nurturing a growing family requires understanding, support, and empathy from employers and society as a whole. It is vital to acknowledge that pregnancy and motherhood should never hinder a woman's career growth or job prospects. Breastfeeding as a cornerstone of infant health plays a pivotal role in promoting a strong and healthy bond between mother and child. The World Health Organization recommends exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months of a baby's life, making it crucial for working women to express milk during office hours to continue this nurturing journey after giving birth. However, the realities faced by many working women are not always conducive to pregnancy, breastfeeding, and work coexistence. Some may encounter obstacles in securing adequate maternity leave, while others may face discrimination and unfair treatment when returning to work after childbirth. The lack of breastfeeding-friendly facilities and flexible working arrangements can further compound the challenges faced by these dedicated mothers. In this discussion, we will shed light on two significant legal cases that exemplify the struggles faced by women who have experienced termination of employment due to pregnancy. We'll discuss the importance of supporting pregnant mothers who will soon be breastfeeding mothers in the workplace, and we'll explore how employers can foster an inclusive environment that not only acknowledges but also celebrates the dual roles of women as both devoted mothers and valued contributors to the workforce. In Kenya, Section 29 of the Employment Act of 2007 provides for maternity leave. It states that a female employee shall be entitled to 3 months maternity leave with full pay, and upon expiry of the leave, she shall have the right to return to the job which she held immediately prior to her maternity leave, or to a reasonably suitable job on terms and conditions not less favorable than those which would have applied had she not been on maternity leave. Further, a female employee who seeks to exercise the right to maternity leave shall, if required by her employer, produce a certificate as to her medical condition from a qualified medical practitioner or midwife. No woman is required by law to forfeit her annual leave entitlement under the previous section on account of having taken her maternity leave. With this understanding in mind, let's dive into our two cases. Case 1. Mercy Gaki Nabia versus Malindi Management Strategy Limited. It's a 2019 case. In the first case, Mercy Gaki, a security guard, took her former employer, Malindi Management Strategy Limited, to court after being terminated while she was on maternity leave. Mercy had been with the company from 2009 to 2018. The employer claimed redundancy as a reason for her termination, but the court found that there was no prior redundancy notices as required by the Employment Act. Furthermore, the employer's termination letter suggested that the employee was served notice while on maternity leave, which goes against the provisions of the Employment Act. The court also noted that the period during which Mercy was said to have performed poorly coincided with her gestation period, raising concerns about unfair treatment. The court ruled that the termination was unlawful, unfair, and discriminatory based on pregnancy. As a result, Mercy was awarded compensation equivalent to 12 months' salary, damages for discrimination, and 1 month's salary in lieu of notice, totaling Kenya shillings 669,403. This case highlights the importance of upholding the rights of mothers to return to the workplace after their maternity leave with dignity. Case 2. Mwakaya versus Kithure Kindiki, trading as Kithure Kindiki and Associates, Petition 62 of 2019. In the second case, Yasmin Mwakaya, who worked on a contractual basis for Professor Kithure Kindiki, faced termination due to pregnancy. She informed her employer of her pregnancy and intended maternity leave, which was initially approved. However, the approval was later withdrawn without sufficient reason, and Yasmin was directed to forfeit any payment and benefits due to her during her maternity leave. On March 1st, 2018, Yasmin received a letter of termination stating redundancy as a reason, alleging financial constraints. Yasmin sued, seeking a declaration that her termination of service by the respondent was based on her pregnancy and therefore discriminatory, unfair, unlawful, and in violation of the Employment Act of 2007 and the Contract of Employment in Article 27 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. And in the alternative, a declaration that the termination was a breach of her right to fair labor practices and fair administrative action. Judgment was entered in favor of Yasmin, as the court found that she lost 9 months of employment and means of livelihood on account of pregnancy, and at her hour of need, when she needed those finances most, for parental and prenatal, postnatal care, in addition to having suffered psychological torture and framed up accusations during this trial from her employer. The court held that the conduct by the employer was egregious, and Yasmin was not paid terminal benefits, nor was she compensated for the job loss. She even lost prospects of career progression in a good law firm on unjust grounds. The court awarded Yasmin compensation for unlawful termination, compensation in lieu of taking leave days not taken, 1 month's salary in lieu of notice, and exemplary damages for violation of the petitioner's rights, and the sum total of Kenya shillings 1.5 million, giving a grand sum total of Kenya shillings 2,274,051 shillings and 60 cents. What are exemplary damages, you ask? Well, this is an amount of money that someone who is found liable has to pay, which is intended to be large enough to prevent them or others from committing similar offenses in the future. Interest and costs of the suit were also granted by the court to Yasmin. We are reminded of the profound importance of creating an inclusive and supportive environment for the pregnant women who are soon to be the breastfeeding mothers in the workplace. The 2 legal cases we explored today serve as powerful reminders of the hurdles many women face when pregnancy intersects with their careers. If this is something you have experienced and wish to pursue, kindly contact a trusted legal advocate to get guidance on the legal remedies available to you. Let us be advocates for positive change, understanding, and empowerment for working mothers. Employers must embrace the laws and policies in place that ensure adequate maternity leave, that promote provision of breastfeeding-friendly facilities, and allow flexible work arrangements. By doing so, they not only adhere to the law, but also foster a workplace culture that values and uplifts the contributions of women. UNICEF provides a breastfeeding support in the workplace global guide for employers, and advocates for the creation of breastfeeding rooms to aid mothers in nurturing their children, ensuring that they get the best start at life. Together, let's pave the way for a brighter, more equitable future where every working woman can confidently say, "Let's make breastfeeding and work work." It is our collective responsibility to ensure that women are not forced to choose between their careers and motherhood. Instead, let us empower them to thrive in both aspects of life, celebrating their diverse roles as devoted mothers and valuable professionals. Thank you for joining in on this important journey. Let us continue to spread awareness, advocate for change, and create a world where every working mother can pursue her career aspirations while providing the best care for her child or children. Together, we can make a positive impact and build a more supportive and inclusive society. Happy Breastfeeding Awareness Month.